liked my intro, but no, we'll redo this.
No, I want all this in it. We're gonna keep all of this in it. I want them to see it.
Guess who's gonna edit it? I am. So again, what up, everybody? Welcome to a great episode of Geekset Rewind. I'm your host, Didge. With me, as always, I got the Geekset Crew, Bacardi, Deuces, and Liv. And today, we will be talking about the #1 worldwide movie of 2020. And that's not a lie, y'all. Demon Slayer. I don't know how to pronounce is it Mugen Train? It might be Mugen. But before we get into the whole recap, how y'all doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing pretty good.
I bodied the audition today, man. Listen, I'm feeling great.
That's dope. That is dope.
In the studio.
I'm confused. We didn't do no introduction.
You did get introduced.
I definitely just introduced all y'all.
While you're in the garage, motherfucker.
Dog, I got the kids and they arguing over melatonin. So I'm about to give them 10 each. Tell them to go to sleep.
PSP on this motherfucker.
Where's your earbuds at, Lib?
I've got them. I've got the earbuds.
Oh, okay.
See?
Oh, okay.
I had to mute. I muted and then I had to listen because they were just wilding out. So my bad, y'all.
It's
all good. That is the nature of a Zoom podcast.
Yep.
As I said, we are talking about the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. It is the top grossing movie of 2020 worldwide.
Okay.
Made over 500 mil. It is also the top grossing anime movie ever.
Really?
Ooh.
Ever.
What did it knock out?
Oh,
probably Dragon Ball. When
Dragon
Ball was
Super.
the last one.
Yeah, probably.
Dragon Ball Super was the last one.
Ever though. So I mean, you can't say that. So you saying that Dragon Ball knocked the top one out?
Nope. It was called. So it was something called Spirited Away.
Oh, that's a good movie. It's one of the Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Yep, and it beat it by at least 115 mil.
Well, it did 377, if I remember correctly, in Japan.
Worldwide, it's currently at 500 mil.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, this movie was huge, just everywhere. Like I said, but it was also just even in Japan, it did 377 million. It is the top grossing film of 2020, but I think it has to include their 2021 numbers just because it came out so late in 2020.
Yeah.
But still, like, that's huge.
That is huge. I mean, after watching, I can see it. I can
definitely see it.
Like after watching, you know what I'm saying? It definitely was
Did y'all know what happened before we watched it?
The end of the last season.
Yeah, this is what I was going to talk about later.
I know that. I said we just now watching it. So other people, right?
Oh, you're saying like did I know going in what was going on in the movie? No.
Okay, my guy watched it, but he didn't tell me. He just told me that it started off at the end of the last season.
Yeah,
so.
See, that I knew. I was just wondering because, like, the climax, I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I knew nothing about what was going to happen in the movie until I watched it. The last quick hit, it is currently 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that necessarily means it's a great movie or not. I personally think it is, but it's something I just wanted to throw out there because that's such a interesting thing.
Is that critics or
I was a little
critics.
Disappointed.
Critics.
What's the fan score? I go by fan score. I don't trust critics.
I think fan score was 100, if I remember correctly. I can
97 to 100 is pretty. I mean, it's
I just don't trust critics.
You're gonna try your hardest to not give 100 anyway as a critic. That's the whole point.
Well, Lib said he was a little bit disappointed.
99, sorry for fan score.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the only disappointment I really probably had of it is it wasn't a big disappointment, but I mean, we get into the story. So we get into it, but
yeah. I think me and Ron probably share the same sentiment.
That's
because mine wasn't a big. I'd still give it like a 97%. I was just slightly let down, just slightly, only because I expected something a little different. So.
Right. I mean, I think fair. We'll talk about it. So I mean,
we'll talk about it.
I think it was worth all the money it made. I definitely think.
I could see it.
Pushed it, like the effort they did with it. I mean, I think the season of Demon Slayer alone was amazing.
Right.
Oh shit!
You get a movie of it, like they're gonna go all in for a movie. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, but that's what we've been seeing with anime just in general. Like, even though we knew the Broly story, when it came to the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, that shit was epic. Yeah. Like, like the way that they did it and everything. So it's like it's all, and if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the One Piece movie was the same way like that. Like you got to go hard for the movies.
Right.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that fight with Gogeta and fucking Broly was probably one of the best.
I wonder how much just that
visually,
fight cost.
like visually appealing videos, bro. That fight had to, like, when they shit changed up, like, dog, that right there had to have been $18 million. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this change, and like that shit. Like, I go back, bro, and I watch just that part. Like, I'm like, fuck it, I just go back and watch just that part.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get into more of our discussion, I do want to give a quick plot recap. If you haven't watched the film, as every rewind, this is very spoiler heavy. So if you haven't watched it, definitely take a pause now.
Make sure you put the graphic. I want the graphic to pop up like spoiler, like just like in people's face.
But yeah, I definitely want you to take a pause now, give it a watch, and then come back and you'll hear the rest of it. But we are, just like I said, to give a quick plot synopsis of it. The movie starts off directly where season 1 ends. So they're heading towards the train on a mission because there is a demon who has killed, I forgot how many, I don't think they gave the number, and it was like over 40 or so.
It was just
Demon
a lot
Slayers.
of people missing. Yeah,
well, there was a lot of people missing, had killed a lot of other Slayers, and Rengoku was on a mission to slay the demon, and they needed to go there and sort of help be back up. Once they get onto the train, things are sort of little normal at first, and they get their tickets. Then after they get their tickets, they all get put into a slumber. And in this slumber, they're all like within a different dreamscape. Like Rengoku, he was back with his family. Tanjiro, he was back with his family. Zenitsu, he was walking around with Nezuko, like him and Nezuko were frolicking through the woods.
Right.
Yo, he trying to smash Nezuko hard as a bitch,
yeah,
bro.
he was
taking energy.
He was single focused just with her.
Like, how you give her a whole voice? Like,
yeah, that was weird too. Like, I don't think we heard her talk
at all.
And now she got a whole voice. He done made her up a whole character.
It's his fantasy. He was like, look here, this is my bae, and this is how she sounds to me. Like it was big cakey energy.
And then Inosuke, his was, he just the leader. Like his was basically, hey, I'm running shit. Y'all my underlings.
Right. I mean, it was pretty much how he is.
Bro, Inosuke, like, bro, it was so funny when the thing was like, there's a fucking thing with a head on it, and it's so scary. And it's just, bro, fucking everything up. Like, I was dying.
So while they're all,
what's so funny though to me, I just want to add this because like one of my buddies has only watched Demon Slayer in English. The funniest thing to me is that Americans made Inosuke a dude, but in the Japanese version, it's a girl. That's a girl.
What do you mean?
No, that's a guy. He's just a very feminine looking guy.
No, bro. It's
a
girl. Go back it in Japanese because when he takes off the hog head,
he's a very feminine looking guy.
He's a very feminine looking
guy. Even the last, because that SUKE, that's a male ending of a name.
Bro, why did Tanjiro said you're a girl and you're walking around here without a shirt on? That was a sub, literally.
He
said you were a girl.
He probably thought he did from the way that she looked, but that's definitely a guy.
It's definitely a guy. Even in the description of the character is a guy.
Yeah.
In English or in Japanese?
Both.
It's crazy. Like it's one of those weird things that like they gave you that one glimpse of its like face.
But see, it's the same situation of at the beginning of Naruto with Haku. It's that same situation.
Or the same situation with Frieza.
Well, Frieza's not a human. So, like, remember Haku when Haku first showed up?
I mean, I know what you're saying.
As a him though, they definitely refer to him.
Yeah.
Even though
I gotta Google this.
Yeah, that's fine. While you're Googling it, go ahead.
I got a fun fact just about the title. So the title of the movie was meant to be Infinite Train, but there's a Cartoon Network show called Infinity Train, and due to that, they'll not be confused with that, they changed it to Mugen Train, but it was supposed to be Infinite Train.
Does Mugen mean infinite?
I have no clue what Mugen means. Matter of fact, let's look it up now.
That would have been cold.
It's a girl.
It's not a girl.
It's a guy. I mean,
we told you that.
Yeah, we knew that.
No, I say it. All right, it's a guy. But I miss that. That's why sometimes I gotta watch the shit back in English. Like, Because I swear, dude was like, "You're a girl." Like,
he probably said it because of how he looked.
Yeah, like I mean, he's trying like Prince, fam. Like under
like Prince.
Prince, cuz like you know what I'm saying, like real life Prince.
Mugen does mean infinite.
Oh, does
okay, that makes sense then.
Yep.
So that's probably why they just didn't change it for English. They just kept it like, hey, you're gonna be Mugen here anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess jumping back to the plot points. So while they're sleeping, that's when we first get our look at the big bad. First, you see is sort of his hand talking to these four. I don't know if they were spelled, if they were just super tired. They looked like they were under his spell almost. Sort of telling them, hey, I had to burp. What am I supposed to do? Go off to the like, is that what you were looking at?
Dude, I'm looking at
oh yeah, I don't know what lived.
Don't worry about me, y'all.
I feel like he's
don't worry about me,
dog.
I'm adding pizzazz to the video call. I'm adding pizzazz.
I'm wandering eyes. They nobody even look at nothing but you the whole video, feel like what lives?
But yeah,
y'all didn't see me earlier. I was all up in the camera doing things.
Yeah, I didn't know what you was doing.
My bad, Diz. Go ahead, Diz.
No, that's fine. Go ahead, Deuces.
I was gonna say, what was old boy from Naruto? Why can't I think of his name? That creates stuff with his hand.
Deidara.
Yeah,
isn't that the one?
This is like a better version of Deidara with his hand.
The dude down here was like the more dream dude. Like yeah, I feel like I watched.
No, but I'm saying his hand looked way more beastier than Deidara's hand.
His hand was different. What I also know is that I realized that the demons and the humans both pop veins like they about to fucking explode.
Dog.
Like
much. I didn't realize that in the first season.
Like at all. Not that much stress over their faces.
Dog.
That's their
because when they would get mad and get frustrated, they was like you would faint up. But I didn't notice Tanjiro and them doing all that because like
that's their Naruto. I mean their Dragon Ball scream. You know how like everybody in Dragon Ball scream. Everybody
like 15 years old, y'all gonna fucking pop a vessel like y'all.
Fam, I know their life gotta be stressful. Vessels constantly popping in their neck and shit. Like,
they gotta be suffering from aneurysms and shit like that. High blood pressure. Have to.
Definitely high turnover rate because of high blood pressure and aneurysms sound like they gotta keep recruiting.
Yeah, but so the main guy, crap, I didn't get his name. Oh, wasn't it Enmu? Yeah, Enmu.
Yeah, Enmu.
That was the main, well, the first main villain, I guess.
Yeah.
He promised them an infinite sleep if while the main four, so Inosuke, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Rengoku while they're sleeping, if he can kill them, because this whole thing is he wants to eat everybody on this train.
Yep.
So it gets to the whole close where oh my god, they're almost about to kill their. I guess is that their spirit ball? Like I don't know what else you call it.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, right? Like
their
that
spiritual core.
That was new. Yeah, that was new.
Yeah, that was something they definitely didn't talk about in the first season. Yeah, that's probably.
Dude was ready to kill. Like dude was ready to take out Rengoku's, and then when the other dude went up to Tanjiro's, he was like, "I can't."
Hey, Rengoku cold because he had such survival instinct that he was in the middle about to die, still in the middle of the spell, and he's like, nah, like.
And bro, again, back
to
the veins. His vein.
I thought he was like kill her. I thought you.
I did too. I thought it was over. I thought
he was gonna wake up. I thought he was gonna wake up, and he didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what tripped me out. Like, dude didn't wake up.
Yeah, the fact that he was doing all of it while he was asleep.
That little girl.
But I mean, that's the same thing as Zetsu when he was asleep. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I figured he was gonna stay asleep just based off of that's the only time we ever see his move.
Right. Like, it was perfect for him. So I was like,
because he was asleep. Yeah. Like, I still want to unlock, know more about why he go like.
He still only did one move. That's what's so cold. Like, it's only still one move.
Right. I think he just.
It is. One move though. I think that was
he only learned the one because he never wanted to be a demon slayer.
Right.
He was too scared to be a demon slayer. He got forced.
But what's so cold is like they low key make dog like the strongest, bro. Like he low key could be the strongest.
One move, that move is
that's one move.
Yeah, like, and all he does is like times whatever. Like when he was in the train, he was like times 6 and just cut
that's because
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's because that's all he got. He probably just practiced that over and over.
Right.
Hey, okay, they go. They gonna put him in front of something big at one point. He gonna be like, whatever. What is it called?
No, I wouldn't say that's his KO Ken. I would probably say that's more his what's Krillin's move?
No, we ain't gonna do that to him. No, we ain't gonna do that.
KO Ken.
No, we ain't.
You kept multiplying it. The 5 by 5.
Krillin multiplied the destructo.
Yeah, because he was constantly throwing.
But that's a move. But that's a move. Like, do we consider it a move?
This is a move, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. We still ain't gonna compare Dog to Krillin. You whoop Krillin's ass.
I don't know, fam. I mean, you gotta be sleepy to fight it. You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't want to give it to Kaioken because Kaioken is like a beastie move.
I mean,
like up there. It's up there.
But Kaioken is just one move that just constantly get powered up. Like it's the same move. I feel like his move is the same move, but he just does it. Whether it's 5 people in the room, he gonna say times 5. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Oh, you know what?
You're like, oh, you a times 2, bro. You a times 2.
I got it perfect. I got it perfect. He that's the mic guy. That's the gates.
Oh, that's a good
that's the mic guy.
That's a good one. Opening different gates.
Or like what's his name? Or like Midoriya's move. You know, he does like times 6 or whatever. Or 3%.
All this is thunderclap slash or whatever you call
it. hey, thunderclap's so funny, dog. He be clapping them cheeks with the thunderclap, dog.
In the other train, like I thunderclap, like is it up? Like he must have woke up or something. Like
he trying to thunderclap Nezuko, dog.
Oh, dog.
I mean, I still feel like it's KO King. It's just one move, like. The reason I say KO Kim because KO Kim was just a, like a body, like it was just, like a
power up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's fair.
So it was still him doing whatever move, but he would just enhance it like over and over, like times 5, times 10, or whatever. So I feel like this is more, it's the same move, and depending on how many enemies, he enhances it to that. But it's still the same move.
That's fair.
I think my only argument was that with KO Ken, you can do any move with it. We haven't seen him do any other move besides that one move.
Right, but I feel like that's why I said I get
his move.
Because like the KO Ken is just really like an enhancement of any move. You know what I'm saying? Like he can KO Ken's, command mail. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like what the KO Ken does by itself is what what his move is. Like it's just one power that you can keep multiplying higher and higher. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I guess we should jump back to the plot. As I like this how we're talking through the plot though. So definitely interject if y'all get to a point again. So we're at the point. What? No.
Making your job easier? Yeah, I said it.
It ain't making my job easier. Don't do all that.
You know, Didge love them shortcuts.
Right. You went around each other to do our own intro. That's what I'm saying. We got to do our own intro.
No, y'all did it. Because you know what? That got cut out in this one. I did the intro. So.
Bro, it's so funny when your hands pop up out of floating days.
Oh, yeah, because
they come up from the bottom. Like, it's so funny when you
Didge Zordon as hell right now.
Yeah, I don't understand why you talk.
Because I got it cut like a letterbox. So even though I got the background, technically there's black lines underneath it, but because of the background, you can't see the black lines.
And he can do it regular, but me and Liv outvoted him. We said we need floating Didge for this.
Yeah,
and that's fine. I don't mind being out here floating. So back to the plot line itself. Tanjiro left Nezuko to awaken everybody else after he got awakened. And so he was going after Enmu. And that's when the hand goes attached back to the body. We find out Enmu is the lower one. One.
We jumped ahead. Because I don't want to talk about we didn't
talk about how in Tanjiro how he woke himself up. That's right. We didn't miss that.
I didn't know we were giving literally step-by-step details of you were leaving it out that he just got out of the drain. That's why I didn't say nothing.
I mean, that is a big point. That is a big point to talk about how he had to kill himself.
I guess it's all spoilers. I guess we can talk about it.
No, we already said spoiler.
Everything is spoiler. And that is huge to talk about how he was in his dreamscape. He was back with his family. I don't get how it took him so long to realize Nezuko wasn't there. That part was weird to me. Like it took him a minute to figure out she wasn't there. And that's sort of when he already started thinking about wait, this is a dreamscape.
Well, remember, like, yeah, I thought the same thing, Diz, but when he was, and I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead just to talk about that point, because I thought the same thing. But it seems that when you're in this dreamscape, you don't have control over your current thoughts. So stuff like that doesn't pop up. And what made me realize that is when dude kept putting dude to sleep, and he was like, he's conscious, like he knows what the fuck is going on, even though he's in here. So that led me to believe that even though he didn't see Nezuko in there, and even though his whole family was alive, there was still like some sort of like block that this dude will put on to make them believe that, you know, what was happening was real or whatever. And it didn't make him second guess anything that would happen in real life.
Right.
That's how I interpreted it.
To add to that, because remember, he also said, you know, I like to give people something good that they can see, and then give them something fucked up, because then they have that.
Yeah,
moment
he said he likes to see that moment of when their face turns.
So
I believe that I think if he'd have used Nezuko, he would already knew that Nezuko. That would probably snapped him right back into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What he really he's been with Nezuko all this time. So what he really wanted to see was his family, and it was you can easily blow Nezuko off of your family that you've been wanting to see. So you're like, oh, she's go pick some veggies. You know what I'm saying? Whatever in the woods, she'll be back. But
yeah, that makes sense.
So I feel like it was really that, because if he would have saw her, I feel like that was like when he got out of it, when he was about to get out of it, that was like the last desperate attempt. Was he, you know, that last that she?
That he saw her as a human.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like she finally showed up, and all the family tried to come back to him again, but it was really that. Like I think it's because he missed his family so much, he didn't think about Nezuko because he'd been with Nezuko all this time. You know what I'm saying? And he really got thrown off when they did, because he asked where she was at. And when they said that, he was like, "Really?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It took him so long to get to that point.
Yeah,
that was what kind of threw me off. But by then, he was already kind of starting to question things, and that was when at that point, that's when he realized, like, all right, I'm in a dream. How do I get out of the dream? And his pop shows up, and his pop lets him know, like, well, he didn't explicitly say, "Hey, you got to kill yourself," but it's like, you know how you got to get out of here. You know how you got to get out of here.
He said something like, he was like, he said, what's so funny is he says like a cop. My fault.
No, go ahead.
No, he says something that I've heard before, like you got to cut the cloth or something weird. Like I've heard what his dad said.
He just said
you gonna say it in a proverb way,
right?
On this one, he just said you got to cut something. That's why I was like, I wouldn't have thought if someone told me to cut something. I thought he was gonna cut. I thought what his father was trying to tell him was that somebody's already in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Like he was gonna go to the tear.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna cut the tear too to go to the, you know, to go to the thing.
Yeah.
I expected him to actually and I didn't expect him to go straight for the neck, like you know what I'm saying? Like.
But I guess because I guess it makes sense, because you gotta die. He I guess for what he took it as is, you need to kill yourself here to wake up. I don't know how he got to that.
I mean, my thing, I don't know how you got to that aspect, because I feel like pain will wake you regardless. So it's like,
maybe not. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he knew that.
Well, when I was watching it, the first thing that Tiff said, she was like, you know, when you're in a dream movie, like in a movie, they say when you're about to die, that's when you wake up. So it was like that's
it was
why,
so like, it might have been one of those, yeah. So
I mean, I get it, but I was just like.
No, yeah, I feel you. I was
if you think,
you know what I'm saying?
Like at one point he thought this was real.
Then you gotta bleed out. That takes too long. Nick, you there right away.
I would just want to know. I would just want to know if I just got the pain when I wake up first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you might not
escalate. I was really more thrown for like, fam, you all here bad. Like, wow.
At that point he was desperate. He got to get up because he knows something weird is happening.
But he didn't. What Bacardi's saying is he didn't try anything else. Like at what point?
Damn,
there was no escalation.
Like, because y'all trying to think of two. He was about results. Like, that's what he was about.
I was looking down from heaven, like, "Why I say the
that was probably looking down, like, nice job. That's how you get results. That's how you get results."
Like, after that first one, when he came back, he's like, "Oh, okay, bet, yeah." Like, this motherfucker did bad. Like, I didn't think he was gonna do that shit. Like, I guarantee you, if I was any ghost in somebody's life, I would not be trying to tell you to kill yourself. Like, why?
No, yeah, of course not.
But also, like, I also thought it was dope that like he had the most peaceful, like he had the most peaceful inner core, like his core space.
Yeah, his core was just openness.
Yeah, like it was just vast. Like I'm trying to think of what was the show.
It was just a void.
It was a void, but then it wasn't. It just went on forever.
Show.
We talk about Hoghead, dude.
No.
We're talking about Tanjiro's
his spiritual core. How it was just
open. It was just like it was like a peaceful. Beautiful, vast, peaceful thing.
And shit up in there, like the little creatures.
His shit was probably a butterfly.
I feel like that was probably his family. Like he probably just had his family, like it's like part of him or whatever. Like the little images that was walking around with him. And
oh, that would make sense.
Oh, those whatever those light images was, probably so.
Yeah, those little light bodies. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, because that's what he.
But I mean, you can tell. Like, I mean, what you saw on the inside, I still can't really relate to how he is, but you can relate to how he is compared to everybody else's inside.
I can. So the reason why, because I was like, when you think about Tanjiro, and like a lot of like, even though he's intense and he's out there, but he's very calculated. He's very emotionally attached. Like you gotta have a zen, kind of like most of the main characters we see, like they always have like that zen. So for him,
Tanjiro ain't got no zen. That fam is emotional as fuck.
Right, but you got
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro got a little zen to him.
He's emotional.
He got a little zen to him.
I mean, Tanjiro is emotional. His entire thing rides off emotion.
That's also that he had so much calmness inside. Like he was like, it's just so vast and warm. Like it was like all water and hot air, I guess. Like you know what I'm saying?
Maybe because he always showing his emotions, so the rest of him is just so calm.
Man, just calm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fair.
Just a whole
And he got a good heart. That's also saying like you got a good inside. He got a good heart, you know.
Like fam, how reckless? Like he got nothing but like the little niggas in your body was taking the nigga to kill you. Like,
but I think that was because they saw the good inside fam. They like,
yeah,
be able to do this.
Right. They
was like, fam ain't gonna be able to do this.
There was kids like Dawson kids. Like every bad guy animation. No, you say kids to do anything, they're not gonna do it.
No, because that one girl, she was ready. The one who was attacking Rengoku, she was ready. She had because remember she was about to stab it. That's what made him wake up and grab. Well, not even wake up. That's what made him grab her.
Which makes me wonder, like, why does she want to be in a deep sleep, peaceful sleep? Like, what has she seen in her life that was so bad that she wanted this peaceful sleep this bad?
Well, they were all suffering from insomnia. So I think it was just like, hey fam, I've been up for some days. I need to get some rest. Fuck everything else. I need rest.
It was funny because it was like the only person that they pointed out was old boy that was fucking with Tanjiro that actually had like tuberculosis. Like you said the one that's already on his deathbed. And he go inside Tanjiro like, you know what, I can just die peacefully.
Right, yeah. Now he's more at peace. He like, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Y'all woke me in this man's soul. I'm like, y'all still woke me like family, like you like I'm just gonna die in peace. You know what I'm
saying? So keeping through with
because she definitely pulled through a car like, hey, you got tuberculosis, get your ass up.
You got tuberculosis.
He was sitting in the corner chilling though. They was already up. He was still sitting there like, boy, you get your sick ass up. You know what the fuck you doing? Like.
And those guys,
his die anyway.
His was hilarious because like it was just creepy,
right, bro? Because he really thought the train. Well, we can get on with the plot after. He really thought the train was a monster, and he was like, "We got to defeat this." This is the perfect segue into getting back into the plot, where now Tanjiro is fighting Enmu, and he gets the upper hand, cuts off his head. Think it's over, and he was like, "Oh no, I fused with the train," which is wild.
Yeah,
that shocked me.
Hey, that was. I didn't think they could do that. I was like, this motherfucker fused with the, like, bro. I was about to be bad. I was like, dog, is the movie over right here? Like, this really seems like it.
Like, I was like, when Van said it, like, that was too easy. I was like, that was
well, because
my guy told me the movie was pretty short, so
I thought he had to cut the hand, and that's why I was like,
because the hand had the hand,
because the hand had the mouth. So I'm like, fam, go for the hand. But when they say he fused with the train, that threw me all the way off. I didn't expect that.
I was really more mad though to the fact that like, oh well, I mean, when they start, I mean, when you get forward, when you start fighting the train, like fam.
Well, yeah, we can jump. Now he has to fight the train. That's sort of where we're at now. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, Inosuke's back up. Inosuke. Go ahead, Bacardi. What were you saying?
You gotta kind of like make sure you start at everybody's.
That's what I was about to start. Yeah. So, you know, Nezuko, she was able to wake up first, Inosuke, and then Rengoku. And we know Tanjiro, he stayed asleep. That was when the train started attacking people. She went to go start trying to help people during the train. Mm-hmm. And at one point when she got captured, that's when Zenitsu comes through with his one move of death. And
he went like 3 trains to get to her though. Three
of course, his bae was in distress. Right. He heard that shit in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he heard her distress. And that's when Rengoku goes like, all right, you two, Inosuke and Tanjiro, take out the head. I'm gonna make sure everybody else is okay, and he gonna do some amazing shit.
Man,
he was like,
bro, they
to get to that point of telling them what to do first. Like he already put the niggas in awe before he's like, all right,
yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna fly back. Y'all do like, you know what I'm saying?
Like he did some amazing shit to get to them.
Yeah, this nigga fast for like a video game. Like I be seeing like.
He had all the epic moments. Like his moments, he was just out here bodying it throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, he was gold. He was
like he gave me what's the name vibes. Like not the same power wise, but just like his demeanor. What's the name? Amelie? What's the dude from My Hero?
Lemillion?
Lemillion. Like he gave me complete Lemillion vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like how he was as a character, like as his character was, Rengoku.
Yeah.
You know it.
And he was so OP though. Like he was like,
bro.
Like he
gave me Old Boy from Fire Force vibes. Old Boy from Fire Force, just how fast he was and how he was popping. He gave me Old Boy vibes.
Like I mean,
I can see that too.
Like he was like, dude was definitely like, he definitely probably one of. I mean, I'm you know, we got to get to the story. Yeah. He definitely one of my top tier fire, like actual fire.
Oh
fire,
yeah,
or whatever.
I remember watching Fire Force and I was like, bro, he got to step it up because these niggas on Fire Force is out here bodying it.
Right, yeah.
This after this display, I'm like, oh no, he up there.
Yeah, he did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So while they're all handling the train, Tanjiro and Inosuke, they're fighting their way to the front. Let's try. I'm just gonna try to quickly get through the rest of the plot so that way we can just discuss. They at the point where they find where the head is, but the neck is covered, and the dude is constantly putting Tanjiro to sleep. I don't know if Inosuke got to put to sleep at all, or if after the first time when he woke himself back up, the boar head like sort of helped him. I couldn't really.
Wait, is this after he fused with the train?
Yeah, this is after he fused with the train. When they got to the neck, that's when all those eyes came up, and Tanjiro kept getting put to sleep, and he kept waking himself back up.
Which was cold.
Yeah, okay.
That was cold.
Doing it already. That was like Tanjiro was already doing it already when he was fighting the first time. Like I'm like, cuz if you can't feel this, like I just couldn't believe Tanjiro could move. Like
that means he was going to sleep. He had just immediately in the sleep. All right, I'm
go to bed and be like, no matter what.
I don't think he even wake up in this where he just.
They showed it. They showed a couple. They showed a couple. They showed him like.
Yeah, they did show that.
I take it back a little bit now because even though dude said like that was a little bit too easy, like nigga, you constantly kept getting put to sleep. Like,
but it made sense. I know he was stressed with himself, talking about why can't I keep my eyes closed? But it's like, how many people really wake up like, all right, yo, I'm up. Like nobody really does that. Like, of course you're gonna wake up your eyes.
Like, he was passing out,
bro,
in action, like air.
That was what was cold, but he was still full motion.
Yeah, he was fighting through it, dog. That's beastie, dog.
If you fall asleep, you should have plumbed. Even if you wake up, you should still have to like gather yourself. That nigga was
Like he was in full narcoleptic mode, bro. Like man was
he was walking. He was sleepwalking.
He was sleep so much, dog. And I just like at one point he was like, bro, this is when he was fighting with Inosuke, I was kind of okay because Inosuke made sense. Because you can't see through his eye, so he doesn't know if you're looking at it. If you don't have to look at it, you know what I'm saying? Like he gets a delay because it has to pass by that other eye first, so he gets a moment to look away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, it worked for him. That's why I don't think he ever really got it.
Well, he almost remember if we're at that point. Remember, he almost got Tanjiro to kill himself. It was happening so much that at one point it was real life. Tanjiro like, I gotta wake up. And that's when the notes goes, hey, no, whoa.
I put it. Yeah. I just put it on now just to see.
That's what it was like. That's what I said. Like, fam. That's what I was like, dog. He was putting you through so much. Like that's all was just putting you to sleep.
Like, so that's why when they finally got through the train and he cut the neck off, or like when they finally did all of that, and it was like everything was calm for a second. I was like, "Woo, good job, nice." I was ready to get up to go take a piss and all that, and then when I paused to go like take a piss, I'm like, dog, it's still a lot of time left.
I left, dog.
Whole lot of time left.
I'm like, it's too much time left.
I had saw it. I mean, before I watched it, you had told me like it's like 2 hours long. I'm like, so when I saw the fight, I'm like, this. I'm like, with the train. Now we're there.
I didn't know it was 2 hours until after I had already watched it. So we had like an hour and a half in when that fight. When it ends, you know, everybody they had the calm moment. He was hurt and all that. And I'm like, all right. Did good. This is go. You know, now I can't. Whatever the movie's gonna do, this little wrap up portion, and we're done. Then the nigga, what his name, Akaza shows up. He a upper demon, or they call the upper moon, and he the third upper moon.
Third moon.
So you figure what top 3, and that's when Rengoku like, all right, y'all stay back. I gotta take care of this.
Put on this Yami club real quick, fast.
Damn, that fight was cold.
Man, that fight
was.
Hey, dude,
it was stressful.
Dude, cold.
With
the hands, bro.
He cold with the hands and then the regeneration.
Yeah, because the regeneration was so quick. It was.
Oh my god!
Cut, boom, I'm back.
Like literally, he was cutting his fingers, and his fingers would go down and up, down. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
but like that fight, it was like you said. That's how we really got to see how much power Rengoku had. You know, it was. You got to really understand more. One thing I forgot to talk about during his dream sequence, he was sort of talking about his driving force of why he wanted to be a demon slayer. And you got to sort of see that in action. You know, he was fighting so hard to make sure that he can protect people. He can use this power that he had to protect people. And he was doing some crazy shit. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, towards the end of it, the power of Akaza was just too much. But Cardi over here saying, "Ooh, are you talking about the game? If not, please."
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's the game.
I got it on beside me, so I keep kind of constantly looking. But yeah,
I got the movie playing.
Oh, you watching the movie?
Yeah, I got the movie playing.
You know, Liv always want to have the movie playing.
Yeah. But so
like I see you. You laid out all light skin. Like I know you laid out.
I'm chilling on the real. I'm laying down. Like, yeah, I'm chilling.
Unfortunately, you know, Akaza, he gets to jump on him. He impales Rengoku, but at the same time, Rengoku
before he impels him, he gave him some critical shots.
Yeah, he gave him some hits. He gave him some hits.
Ribs.
He gave him a lot. He gave him a good.
He even told him, he said, "Fam," he was like, "Look here, I'm gonna regenerate because I'm a demon. But that internal shit that I did to you, that shit ain't gonna heal." That's when I was like, shit, like that's true.
Yeah,
like,
that was when you knew everything was stressful. That was when it was,
yeah.
But like, you know, he was still holding his own. And this entire time, Akaza even said it. He's like, "Bro, you cold. Become a demon. Yeah. Become better."
He wanted him to be a demon so bad.
We can fight forever. Like, and so then when he does impale him, Rengoku also gets hold of him and starts to cut through his head. He's about to cut his head off.
And a callback to Bacardi, you saw them veins. He had the hand. He had his arm.
He had him. He was not letting shit go. Like,
he gripped, dude. Like the fact that he was like, it's so much force. He's still so strong. Like,
well, Phil, it makes sense. If you impaled somebody, you're not expecting them to still have that force to still hold on to you.
My thing though, he couldn't pull his hand out his stomach. You clenching your abs together? Like, how you holding him at the bottom? Like, bro, like, you know what kind of like I would like help.
Lib, you muted yourself.
Like, you literally grab it with one hand and try the knife though. Like, you try to swing the knife. You choking that, you hold one hand, you clench it.
Dog,
bro. When I seen him do that shit, when Dog punched him, and I thought it was gonna be over, and he holding him with his stomach. My bad, my shit froze up. My shit froze up for a hot second, so I didn't catch everything before. Let me join in, cause that was the illest shit that I've probably seen in some anime. Like like his broken, tattered stomach muscles. He holding the demon's fist in, bro.
And holding him in tight though, because the demon was shocked. Like, boy, hold on.
He was like, hold on, bro.
Bro, that'd throw me off too. Like, fam, how you doing this? What are you really doing?
And then the sun
coming up.
The sun was coming, so he was racing against time.
So he extra.
He had the SpongeBob like fuzzy background. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, this man is dying, bro. Like, he's dying, and he had him in pure stress mode. Like.
Hey, that demon was stressed, bro. He was stressed.
He was a cold fighter.
Fight changed when the sun came up. He's like, oh shit.
Well, because they turned to ash. So it's like, fam, it's over. So, but unfortunately, he does get away, and then before he can fully get away, Tanjiro does the dumbest thing. Why does he throw a sword at him?
I mean, you'll hope that he throws. He's gonna probably. I mean, hopefully.
Because that sword impaled him, and the fam was still running. I don't think fam has the sword anymore because we didn't see anything about the sword coming back.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, why he throw his sword? Like, he never gonna get it back.
I feel like it might have something to do with what's the name saying something. I think he's gonna end up taking dudes.
His sword got broke. His sword, because remember, half of his sword is
still in
Fam's neck.
No, he took it out. Well, this still. I didn't know if
it was still in his neck. He took it out when he was in the forest, and then right after he took it out in the forest, that's when Tanjiro threw his sword. And I'm like,
bro, I know that, but I mean, they might just rebuild it from the helm.
Hold on, we didn't even say that.
Or
we didn't bring up.
He go to the what's it? Remember, he told him to go see my family.
That is true. Yeah, he did say that. That was after. That's after, after he throws the sword, he's yelling into the forest, calling him a coward, all that. And in tears,
man, no, he called him a bitch ass nigga. That's pretty much what he said. He said, "Nigga, you running? Nigga, you running? Like, nigga, we don't run. We fight y'all in the dark. We ain't scared of none of y'all niggas."
To be fair, the demon. It's not like a demon can fight in the daytime because fam, real life he goes turn to ash.
But the demon
Tanjiro wanted dog to forfeit. Tanjiro wanted dog to forfeit.
The demon responds. He was like, "Wait,
who is a bitch ass? I ain't no bitch ass nigga." Like,
he was like, "Nigga, your man about to die, fam. Like, nigga, don't come at me."
Dog really stopped running, looked back, like, hold on, fam. Like,
he turned around like,
"What you do with this little nigga?" Like, oh shit. I ain't never seen nobody like and was like, I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna get him out of here. Like,
I'm gonna get him out of here.
I'm gonna let your ass slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, calling me a bitch ass.
Oh shit! No, I was cracking up at this point.
Yeah, that ending was wild. Like, for the fact that I didn't expect Fam to die.
No, me either. When I was watching, I was like, we've seen anime characters die, but it's in the show. I was like, he's probably just gonna get like injured, and then we're gonna see him healing at the end or something. He's gonna be,
breathing about the whole, like, the fact he was teaching like him about the breathing techniques about stuff. That's why I thought, like, but when I saw the nigga,
Lib, what are you doing?
Back, I was like, bro, I don't really think he's gonna breathe through this. Lib, where are you going, bro?
Bro, Lib.
Hey, Lib is the Windows thing.
Yeah, I kept seeing it.
I'm keeping an eye on y'all. I'm just making sure.
No.
Fly, you just bouncing through this fucking screen, bro. I'm like,
Damn.
talk, dog. Like,
But
yeah,
go
didn't
ahead.
expect. I said I did not expect him to completely like. I thought he would be like critically injured, like 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 I'm trying to think, like we seen in just other anime, like when Goku was out or
automated himself. Like he pretty much done. Like the way he was talking about being a teacher, and I'm gonna train y'all. Like I thought he would probably fight till he can't fight no more, and then now he's gonna just be like, I'm just gonna train y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, he dead, bro.
Yeah,
like,
dead.
dog dead.
Make it so bad.
I couldn't believe they killed him in a movie. Like
killed him and then leading this nigga with nothing but go see my family. Like just go see my people. Like that was it.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Little brother, so maybe his little brother.
He must be his
little brother gotta be beastier.
That's what his brother might be.
Bro, I'm thinking this.
Technically, I think his little brother gonna be the one that read the book. So his little brother. Remember, he said he didn't read the book.
Yeah, so his brother probably did. His brother probably finna come in cold.
What you gonna say, Lil?
I think Dog died so Tanjiro can be part of the squad. That squad that he met up with.
I don't think that's gonna happen this early.
Oh, you talking?
I think that's what it's gonna lead up to, though.
I mean, I think he's gonna definitely join something.
Yeah.
Because he, fire. He a fire dude too.
Harisha or whatever.
Hashira.
Like, yeah. I think Tanjiro's gonna be the next Hashira. Or at least start going down that path of being trying to be one. When they all go to the, so that would mean hopefully the next season we'll start with them going to go see this, and we go back get a season of them training or him learning more about his firepower. The fire part of him.
Right. Well, actually, that leads to the discussion point that I wanted to talk about. That's pretty much the end of the movie. I don't think that we've seen too many anime movies. I know I couldn't think. I was trying to think of it all day. That the movie itself was not only a direct continuation of the season, but it's also placed purely in canon. Whereas the next season is going to pick up after it and reference that. Like most anime movies they happen sort of like around this time frame, but they're not actually canon.
Yeah,
like even the
they're like a side quest. They're like
technically, Broly's supposed to. We didn't get the next one yet.
But listen to what Didge is saying. Like this started immediately after the last season.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is technically Broly started immediately after the Tournament of Power, and the next arc that we get is supposed to be directly after this.
There was anime
hasn't come back yet.
There was like,
it hasn't came back yet.
And bro, there wasn't like any on scene, like literally, this is like if they drew the last few episodes of the last season. That's why I was a little disappointed but it's still dope because it's canon. Because like I haven't seen any anime movie where it ends off in any particular location directly involved with the very last episode of the season. And this did, like, this is literally like an extension. So whatever happens from here, that second season is like this is like the most This is like the most canon shit I've ever seen in anime.
No, this is the most highest stakes shit that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because even with Dragon Ball Broly that I'm talking about, like it introduced a new character, but nothing really changed heavily. Like this is the first time that we see the movie have such an impact that a character is gone, and now we got to deal with this death. Like this is crazy that they even did that.
I feel like they wrote this like an extension of the season, but not like all those other movies be like side quests. Like this is like whatever happened in this movie is going to be. This is pivotal to what the next season.
It's going to be the driving force.
Well, the next season picks up directly after this.
Yeah, so that's weird for me. That's weird because I've never seen an anime movie like that.
I like it too.
I like it a lot because. Wait, say that again.
I like My Hero, the first My Hero movie.
No, I don't think that was canon.
The first My Hero movie was canon in a sense, but it wasn't.
When he took Madara, when All Might took Madara to go meet his old friend and all that kind of stuff.
It was like a side quest. It was almost damn near like a side quest.
Yeah,
it was like during the break, like it ended up. It was like the school year of that season. The school year ended or whatever. It was like the summer break, and while everybody was doing something else, he took.
You're right, Bacardi, but they never mentioned it in the season.
Yeah, there's no. So
right.
There's a huge debate.
and it.
There's actually.
Well, I was going to say, and also.
I'll go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say also when you think about it too, with Demon Slayer, it literally like what ended season 1 picked up in season 2. With My Hero, what you're talking about, there was still like they had to give like an epilogue. Like it was like, oh, this is the summer break, and then this is what happened. So it's not like literally like the same hour next day. And that's what Demon Slayer did. Demon Slayer literally picked up right after, like, oh, this is the next day, or this is the
season
same
1
hour,
ended
or, like,
with
this
them
is like
getting to the train. The movie happens, and now theoretically, season 2 is going to be, all right, we got to pick up the pieces from the fact that Rengoku just died.
Pick up the pieces, right?
Oh my god! But so like that's something I hadn't seen. Like even if you're thinking about like the Boruto movie or Battle of Gods for Dragon Ball and Resurrection F, both of those they were initially canon, but then the anime came and retold those stories. So now the actual movie itself isn't canon anymore. Because
it's weird. That was weird because I feel like the movies were just a condensed version of that first part of the season.
That's essentially what it was. Whereas with Demon Slayer, and that's why I like it.
I mean, are we knowing that we get that's how we get like the second season? Is it going to be this broken down?
Yeah, the second season for sure. Like they already said, second season picks up after this, and they said that going after in. And I don't know if they're going to do that sort of with a lot of the seasons, maybe because this was in the manga, maybe it was a shorter arc in the manga. I don't know. I didn't read it, but that would be tight.
I got a theory on why they're doing it now. So my theory on why they're doing this now is anime has been at an all-time high for like the past 5-10 years. So now, because you got to think back then when all these other movies came out and everything, it was really still like, oh, anime had a fandom, but it was like we can do side quests. But now it pays more for them to kind of do movies, shows, and continuation. And that's why I think we're getting this like this now, because it makes more sense now. It's like, oh, we can build this whole world now. We can do this and make it canon. We don't got to focus on just throwing it out there. Like, and I think that I think more studios are investing in that. More of those animation studios are like, oh, well, we can continue this and we can really go in depth. And if we got a specific arc, we can do it as a movie, and then we can go and do the show, and they're just maximizing their visibility.
I mean, I get it.
Could be.
I agree with that. Like, I feel like it's definitely. I feel like it's just really a quick way to like you said, or like you said too, did like to get out of arc. Because I mean, if you think about it, this whole movie was literally it was a in a sense it was like a small power arc that's gonna go into a training arc in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then there's probably then they probably didn't have to worry about putting any filler episodes. Like you don't have to do those offshoot episodes. So they were able to just keep it straight action and keep on moving.
Because it was definitely straight action. Like it was really
right.
Like, from the moment the cars got punched, nigga, it was action. It never stopped.
Yeah, it was literally leading up to that, and then it's like, all right, it's go time.
Based off of what I'm reading right here, there was an exclusive volume. It was an 84-page short story about Rengoku accomplished as a Demon Slayer that was associated with it, that people got that actually went to go see the movie. So yeah, like I said, that most likely if this would have been a season, those would have been
they would have went into those episodes, like they would have threw those in.
It was really Rengoku's plot point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Season. So they pretty much made it short by introducing you a little bit of him in the actual season, but then just kind of
gave his point.
Yeah, like because I mean that's what I said. To me, the movie is about him because they can support him.
Yeah,
so, like it wasn't never.
I agree.
The movie wasn't about Tanjiro now, so that's why I was like to see him OP as he was, and the fact that he was telling like y'all sit back, y'all, you know what I'm saying, like I'm I'm y'all successor, like y'all ain't really gotta do too much shit, you know what I'm saying, like that's how you do. That's like they were able to like put a little bit of his backstory into it, put everything like using the dream sequence to kind of like give you a good overall like introduction to this guy, but show just how strong he is. Like my thing is like if he's as strong as he is, everybody else gotta be, you know what I'm saying, tears, you know what I'm saying. Like I was disappointed, like I wasn't disappointed with Liv was. I was mad that he just didn't kill dude. Like I was fine if he'd have died, but I needed him to kill dude too.
Yeah.
Like that's what to me. Like I was like, well, because that's what everybody when they found talk to the other dude, he was like, so we didn't even kill him though. Like when they talked to the other Demon Slayers, like, well, so like, dog, like actually, I'm like, that's
so that actually leads me to my point. Then, though, do you think that Fam gonna be the next big bad? Knowing that there are, so we know that the dudes
I think there's
killed,
somebody. I think there's somebody above him, man.
The dudes that they killed, he was the number one of the lower six. Dude is only the number 3 of the upper 6. So that means we haven't seen 4 or 5, and we haven't seen 1 and 2. So
he's going to be the first if we're going bad because we got to get our get back. We got to get our get back. So he's going to be the first.
Or we still got to see 5 and 4.
I think he's going to be a while because I think he's going to. We're going to see him again.
But see.
Yeah, I think we'll see him again.
Did you're going off of as if we're going in order. Remember, just because he's number 3 doesn't mean we got to go in order of it. So we can that can be if we're going right immediately after this happened, then Tanjiro is going to want his get back. So that's going to be his driving force on trying to get to him first. But Tanjiro got the
power to do that. Yeah, like Tanjiro, he struggled to be lower. He struggled to be the number 1 of the lower 6.
Who gonna tell him that he ain't got the power though?
Who gonna say he got the power? The niggas was crying like
he gonna die.
No, bro, he stood at the end of the woods and said, "Come fight me right now. Come to the streets. I'm here."
He ain't even have a sword at that point. The nigga already threw a sword.
What I'm saying is he wants it though. He may not have the power, but that ain't gonna stop him. That ain't gonna stop him
that's
from trying.
That emotional part.
Y'all think that's gonna stop?
Y'all
think that's gonna stop him from trying?
I ain't saying he ain't go. But trying to fight somebody don't make them the big bad. I don't think he'll be the big bad.
I think he'll be there for an arc. I think he'll be there for the first arc.
He's gonna be somewhere like he has to be there to be to be the level barrier for Tanjiro. But it's not gonna be immediate.
Sure.
Like Tanjiro finna go meet this family, learn about his history a little bit, run into dude thinking he cold, and fam gonna tell him just like he was telling Rengoku, like, you ain't even in your prime yet. Like when he was fighting Rengoku, he's like, you ain't even in your prime yet, bro.
Yeah, that was
like, I wish I could just fight you later. Like that's why he wanted him to not to be a demon.
Well, that's why to take it back. That's why I thought Rengoku was gonna survive. Like, at that point, I'm like, fam finna kick dude ass. Have him like, bro, you're not ready yet. Come find me.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was gonna actually kill him.
I thought he was gonna, like, if they'd have fought, like I thought he was gonna be like, maybe if the sun would have came out in the middle of the fight, he had to just leave. Like he's like, I'm gonna get you next time. But the fact that it got to that point, but I definitely thought that he was like, when he was saying that you ain't even ready, like you ain't like ooh with him, like I would have fight you later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's why I was like, oh, he finna get his ass kicked, but he gonna survive. He gonna get a couple good hits in. It's like, bro, come find me when you.
Like dude was like, he kept saying like, you keep fighting me, you're gonna die, bro. Like you keep fighting, you're gonna die. So like,
well, yeah,
he kept going on the offense to him, like, fine, I'm coming at your ass, like, you know what I'm saying, like the last hurrah when he finally turned, like went like his own little Super Saiyan, whatever. That's when he was telling you, like, bro,
oh yeah, that last
again, you gonna die. You know what I'm saying, like you're gonna die.
But I also don't think because that kind of threw him off a little bit when dude went on when he had that whole power up and he came at him and with the neck he was kind of. I think that kind of like, whoa, okay, wait a minute.
Like that's what like, but that's what I'm saying. Like when he did that for 2, like I feel like he could have did that earlier, fam. Like I don't know. I mean, I guess I feel like it was like a
damn.
You got to be pushed to the limit. You got to do that
ultra moment. Like,
yeah.
You know
so you got like you said, like Deuce said, you got to get pushed to the limit for that.
I just didn't think
so.
That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that he had got to that point when he told me that, like when he was at that point and Deuce said, if you fight me again, you're gonna die. I knew he was gonna die. Like I knew that whole like I'm finna go plus ultra is because you about to die. Like you about to die. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point I was like,
I didn't think he was gonna die right there. That's
I'm fine with him dying, but you got to kill fam too. So that's why I was really mad that he got away because I'm like, in all fairness, Tanjiro ain't got shit for dude. Like he ain't got shit for dude.
But that ain't gonna stop him, is what I'm saying. Y'all keep on saying,
but this nigga ain't a weapon, and you gotta be able to cut him.
Damn, he gonna have to spend the first like 3 or 4 episodes figuring out how he can have a weapon. Like if a demon roll up on him right now, he nothing.
So he gonna be spitting.
Yeah, he nothing, bro.
That is true.
That's why I think he might get like an iteration of Bro's sword. Rengoku.
Like I say, he gonna get his bro. Whatever his family gonna do. His family gonna be the one that gets him the sword. That's what I believe. That's where it's gonna come from.
Yeah. That's why I think like he's gonna be like a replacement for Rengoku.
Oh yeah.
I know fam who made the sword is probably.
But see, I think
the nigga with the
his job was crap.
No,
his job was crap.
Dude said like Rengoku told him that the black sword is hard.
Was unlucky
because you don't know which, like they don't ever know which side to pick. Kind of.
Well, when he first got it, they said that that's the mark of an unlucky swordsman.
Right. I feel like Rengoku gave more explanation because it was like it's hard for the user to decide which direction to go in. And because
it would make sense because he doing all the water stuff, and then he got the fire from his dad's move.
So I think what I think we're gonna get is I think he's always gonna have water, but I think he's gonna primarily get the fire. Like, well, I think whatever sword he's gonna get is gonna be because he chooses to be fire because it's
know what's so funny?
Learn I was part of that.
When I was trying to look up like what his father said to him, they brought up something like that that dude is close to fire. You know, his dad was a fire dude, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then Demon Slayer, goddamn, I can't remember his name. Is a fire dude, and his sister, like her blood is fire.
Yeah, her demon art is definitely her. She set her blood on fire.
So it's like it's connected, yeah. And the article said that he can turn his water into fire. I don't know how, like, you know, how true that is, but I think he's gonna get the sword, the sword from.
What's the name? He turned the water into fire when he killed in the last season.
Okay.
Or was it her blood on the sword? How did he kill? They both combined together to kill him.
Yeah, so like I don't know if he necessarily turned the water to fire or sort of the water went out as the fire was coming and it just looked that way. But it was definitely a combination of him using the fire attack and her sort of setting her blood on fire because it explodes almost. So as they were both doing that at the same time.
So I mean, yeah. So I think that's where we're leading into, which I really would kind of hate. Because I mean, I feel like Fire Force gives me enough fire as it is. Like I like Fire Force as an anime, you know what I'm saying? That I like Tanjiro as water. Like you know what I'm saying? I'd rather him stick to water more, but I feel like we're gonna get him as actual fire.
It would make sense because the water dude is still alive. So with Fam being still alive, and remember he was saying that there's always a water, fire, wind. Was it Earth? And I forgot the fifth one.
Unless this dude is like unless it's like Tanjiro cousin or something.
But I mean,
or unless it's Rengoku's brother. Because remember, Rengoku had a little brother.
Like the water wasn't in him. Part of him, he was taught water.
Yeah, he was taught water.
So he didn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so he doesn't. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like what
his natural technique is the fire. Then
that's what I think we're gonna lose the water.
I think he's gonna keep the water.
But I feel like we're gonna really he's gonna be OP in fire.
Though. Yeah,
he's gonna be OP in fire, where he's gonna not necessarily need to use water as much. So like I feel that's what I hate, because I feel like he did really good with the water, and I feel like they're gonna really try to get away from it altogether because of like he's pretty much.
I hope not. I really don't. I really hope that he does. Yeah, even if it is, he has both.
Because if you think about it's the taught, that would make sense though. Like, because didn't you have to do something to just, like, you didn't decide the color of your. It's like. The sword decided its color. Like you didn't do something to decide the color.
Yeah, when you picked up the sword. I think it was literally when you picked up the sword.
Yeah, so I feel like because he was taught water without knowing fire in the beginning, that's why the black sword was even created. Because that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Rengoku gave the explanation. Like the people who have the sword do not know what they really should be doing, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
If you taught water, knowing that you're part of fire, you're gonna have a black sword. Because you don't, even though you cold with the water, you don't really, it ain't you, which is why you overcame and killed the biggest your biggest boss when you finally use fire. No, Liv killing me, bro.
Yeah,
like dog.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's where I think we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him as a pure fire dude. He's gonna pretty much probably lose that water train.
I hope not. I really hope he does have both. But last question, and then we can go ahead and wrap it up.
I don't think he's gonna lose his water.
Oh, okay, Lips. I hope not.
I don't think he's gonna lose his water, bro. Because that was the first technique he learned as a Demon Slayer.
But I mean, it wasn't his. He was just taught.
What is wrong with Rudy? What is?
I really like you.
Why are you laughing like that, bro?
Because Didge said, "All right, well, one last question, we can wrap it up." And you was like, "I don't think he's gonna lose his water." Like you just can't.
Like you just like, bro, you got.
I've been trying to interject, but y'all be loud. Either that or my shit ain't loud enough. Because I'm like, damn, I can't get through.
Oh yeah, I thought you didn't have anything to say.
That's why I'm just playing. Like, let me try to see if I can find a way to get in here.
Double dutch over there. You got to double dutch to the conversation, like. Fuck all your swinging back and forth till you get in, man. Like.
Oh shit!
I
should have raised my hand. God damn it!
You probably should have did.
I mean, we know Didge
hand raised now. I don't know what you just did.
I just raised my hand.
Yeah, I see.
Too. Like I don't know what just happened. Like you should.
Yeah, I got the good studio
right,
mic.
well, this will give you your chance. This will give you your chance because I like I said, last question. I want to know where this ranks in your top anime movies of all time. And you know what, Liv, since you haven't had a chance, let's go with you first.
An 8.
It's an 8.
No, not a ranking. What is in your top anime movies? Where's this at?
It's up there. It's funny because I was like disappointed, like that it was like an extension of the season. You know, that's why I was like, remember before we started the call, I said I was like a little disappointed. And that was like my disappointment.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of indifferent after hearing y'all talk about it because I do think it's cool now that it's like the end of the season, you know, and it's gonna roll over into the second. But I like anime movies from series because it's always like something a little different and something new.
It's a spinoff.
So so I was hoping to catch something like that, you know. But they like, bro, it was like an hour of just action fighting. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's pretty damn good. It's up there in my top. Like Dragon Ball movies will always have my heart, and there will always, I can't pick out which one will be my number one, but this one would be like my easy number 2.
So okay. I mean, it's in my top 5. I don't know how far is it in my top 5.
I really liked it, dude. I thought the animation was super dope.
For one, it's probably one of the first animes I did watch. But like I said, like from the moment of the punch ticket, it was action. Like the moment you saw the lights flicker, it never stopped. Pretty much at that point, like it never went down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard to even Dragon Ball give you a filler moment of just some random conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like
that is true.
This was pure stress and fight all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in my 5, and it's really either I feel like anything that would be above it would be because of pure favoritism. Like I mean, Demon Slayer is definitely one of my favorite animes now. Like if I wanted to say drawn, it's the best anime I've ever watched movie, drawn.
I think so.
The artwork is
trying to think from everybody.
But
how they guided through, you know, how they fought in, like how they did the fights, everything. It's the most well-drawn animated movie I've ever seen that had fight scenes, like real, you know what I'm saying, like real fight scenes going on in it. I think it's probably one of my favorites. Like, you know what I'm saying, like it's definitely my top. It's my number 1 as far as anime. But as far as like story and the whole movie in general, I think I kind of agree with Lib on that. In a sense, like I love like one-off movies, than actually just knowing this is like literally like there's, you know what I'm saying, like a level.
Yeah.
Of, like, you know what I'm saying, like I mean, like I enjoyed the last My Hero movie because they kind of showed more future of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to see different powers and different kind of things that they were doing, other than like knowing that this is literally like a continuation. Like nothing really gonna change. Like nothing changed. They all fought in did the same moves and everything. They just fought in the train. Like no one learned anything, or like, you know what I'm saying, like had a growth or whatever. You just had another mission. It was like Goblin Slayer. Like I didn't really too much enjoy Goblin Slayer when me and Liv was talking about, because it was like a regular mission. It was like it wasn't nothing really.
It was like a regular ass mission. I still liked it.
I liked it, but it was like no growth or nothing in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get life out of here, fam. So that's what throws me off. That's what throws me off about making it. It's like in my top 5, but it's not. It's hard to put it anywhere really high because there isn't any kind of like. There wasn't only thing that made this one cold because we got to see a power of somebody else that we didn't see power before, which is really. But no one else actually had some kind of like giant like overchanging arc that would be like, oh shit, this is, you know what I'm saying? You just really just to watch the dude Rengoku. That's really what you watch.
Yep. But even if I mean, I think it gave us a good like a team. Like I think this was the first time that and I can never remember the hoghead dude's name. And I think this was really like the first time that Tanjiro and Inosuke really worked together without fighting or being on some other shit, you know, with each other. Yeah. Because like even when like that second time Tanjiro was about to kill himself, Inosuke like grabbed his hand, you know, like like hey, you know, you fucking up, dog, you tripping.
They on par, like I mean, even if you think about like they didn't even fight together in the last season. They were always off on their own shit fighting other things. Yeah. All 3 of them together on the train. That would probably be the only difference. This was the first time you saw them literally have to all work together on one target. You know what I'm saying? Like target, like so, like even the fact that Rengoku told him like leave Zenitsu in the back. Like niggas don't know if this nigga sleep a lot. Like whatever. Like leave him in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
let him take care of
this. Like and it was like they both like you know what I'm saying? Like so and that's what I'm saying. Like even if you think about it, as much as I like Zenitsu or I don't like him, like the nigga has small camera time. Like he
really does.
He had thunderclap and then popped up at the end, like with
trying to make sure that
with the box on his back, like oh yeah, I packed it back up, but I'm getting out. You know what I'm saying? Like he had very little time, bro. Like compared to like both of them. So it's like at some point we definitely going to get an arc with him. Something that's really going like we need to see this man fight with his eyes open. Because it's gonna be crazy to see this nigga go through life. Literally, is there ain't any more scenarios you can put this man in that he gonna be sleeping? like that's what
they gonna try.
Other than the fact that he faints, like you know what I'm saying. But it's like, bro, like I knew when they was all asleep. I said, oh, I thought this was gonna be a fan movie. I was like, oh,
yeah. I thought so too. I thought, oh, boy, he's gonna get busy in this bitch. Gonna get
everybody sleep, nigga. Like y'all finna be like chilling, like this best peaceful sleep ever, fam.
On the real, everybody about to get thunderclap, but
I ain't talking.
All right, Deuces, what about you?
So this is gonna be. I actually can put a number to where this is 4 on my top anime list. So that's because Dragon Ball Super Broly is my top, Resurrection F is my second, and then the original Broly movie is my third.
That's terrible.
It's gonna be very hard to top those for me. How is that terrible, nigga? It's my list.
I'm talking you ain't got at least one Naruto movie in that movie.
Something else.
I actually didn't like any of the Naruto movies.
Yeah, I don't like.
I didn't like any of them.
Not one.
I ain't really like none of the Naruto movies because they were really out of whack. Like they were like so far in the animated series. And in the movie, it'd be like way back in the
back. But see, bro. Maybe I think my reason. Well, actually, you were still talking about yours. Then
I was.
Let's let you finish yours, and then I can tell that while I give my rating.
But now when it comes down to animation, I actually got this second in fighting because to me, Dragon Ball Super Broly, that fighting and that animation style slightly edges it above for me. But Demon Slayer, this one is right there with it as well. But as far as that goes, because I mean, this movie was really good. Like I said, it was really good. I didn't really have any down moments, any gripes with it. Even with it, like I didn't expect him to die. It wasn't something that I was like, oh, that was trash. It was just like, dang, I didn't see that coming.
Right.
But it's going to be hard because all those first 3 Dragon Ball movies that I stated, I had legit moments where I'm talking about I got geeked up like nigga, let's go. And I had that moment with in this one, I had more on those other ones, and so that's why those hold are my top 3 in regards to there. But yeah, this is number 4 on my list.
That's fair. I can actually give it a number 2. But before till we were talking about the Naruto movies, I didn't like them, and I think it's because I watched the series all the way through, because obviously I was watching it.
Same.
And then I went back to watch the movies, and I just couldn't get into them.
Same. That's exactly why.
And I think it's for sort of the same reason, like you were saying with the child movies. By the time they came out, they were so far ahead into like different parts of the series, and it's like, bro, I don't want to go back to this.
Bro, that's the thing. With Naruto, we got past Sakura being useless. So then when I went back and watched the movies, I'm like, oh, she's still chasing Sasuke being useless again?
Yeah, like, I was like, I don't want to see none of
that.
Yeah. So I definitely understand that. In terms of rating this, I would give it probably my number 2. Number 1 always will be, and I'm probably never gonna ever change it, is Princess Mononoke. That is my favorite anime movie by far.
That's a good one.
I don't know if anything's ever going to change it. I can go back to rewatch that at any time. But what makes this number 2 is, like I said before, I don't think I've ever seen an anime movie where it's like, if you like this series, you have to watch it, because when the season comes back, if you didn't watch it, you're going to be confused.
Yeah.
And
unless they pull a Dragon Ball on us, but you said they weren't.
Yeah, it
really wouldn't. If you didn't watch this movie, you'd be fine.
I don't think you would. No, you won't.
You
because
come back to the season
when you
the whole character's dead.
Rengoku.
No, but you're gonna because you got to think about everything that, even though everything that they went through with him, everything they went through during this movie, all that growth, you're gonna come back like, well, what the fuck happened? What is this time jump?
You ain't gonna
he might have a new sword.
Right.
He might have a whole new sword. Like,
I mean, I don't think we're gonna get in the first episode. He have a whole new sword. Like,
but you're gonna come back and he's gonna be talking about, I gotta go get a new sword. You're gonna be, well, why? He had a sword when the last season ended.
We ain't gonna even know about the villain. We're gonna be like, wait, what happened?
Fam gonna show up. They gonna kill
Rengoku.
You're gonna wonder, why are they going to find Fam's family? Yeah. Like, there's gonna be so much that you would miss. And
I feel like we're gonna definitely get that. Like, I get what you're saying, but I definitely feel like we're gonna get that kind of update. Like, I feel like at the season start, we're not gonna get a real flashback, but you're gonna get enough fill in as if you didn't see the movie.
I think you're gonna get. You may get the, oh man, like Rengoku's last wish. We gotta go see his family. But you're gonna be like, well, why is his last wish? What happened to fam?
That's legit. Like, if they,
I feel like you'll get those facts, because I feel like what's gonna happen that we don't have is they have to go back to talk like to everybody.
No, the crows at the end of the movie. The crows at the end of the movie tell everybody, because you saw everybody's reaction.
But we don't know. Like, they not finna just leave from this location and go see this dude. They're gonna go back.
I don't think they go. I don't think they go back to. I think they go to find his family. Yeah. The only thing we may see the rest of the Hashira get together and talk, but I don't think we see Tanjiro sort of go to that.
This is equivalent. Like, imagine if they took out Neji's death scene in Naruto, and then the next one we just kind of see like just like the end of the war, and then you're like, wait, Neji died? Like, this is like,
we just pop up at Neji's funeral, like,
right? You gotta watch this part. Like, you have to watch this movie. You cannot exclude this movie if you are trying to watch Demon Slayer.
I mean, if you're trying to watch it, you should be watching the movie anyway. But
I think it's one of those things where you
I'm not telling people that you shouldn't watch it. I'm saying
I know what you're saying.
I think that you're going to get filled in enough on the second season,
but it's not going to be enough.
If I went to season 2 and I didn't see this movie, I'd be salty as a bitch.
Right. It's going to be a lot that you're going to miss. You're going to miss a lot of emotional stuff too.
I feel like they're going to give you enough information to let you slide, but it's also going to be enough information that you should go back and watch the fucking movie. Like,
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Maybe
what happened in this movie?
Maybe sparse throughout the entire season. Yeah. But you're gonna as you're watching the season, you're gonna always be like, I'm missing something. Yeah, something happened. Wait, like what? You're gonna always have those points where you're like, what?
Bacardi's going off of the old rules. You're going off of the old rules, bro. You're going off of how they used to do movies and stuff like that. This is a new age era where it's like, no, we're going to pick up the story like it's gone. Like, you may get flashbacks, you may get mentions of it, but you're going to miss a whole bunch if you do not watch this movie. Like, it is not something that you can miss.
I really do think that. Like, I think, like I said, especially if we come back first episode of the second season and they're sort of picking up the pieces, they're like, shit, well, all right, we got to go get a new sword, or he has the broken part of Rengoku's sword.
Say these stuff though, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that like the way y'all describe it to me is making it seem like when next season starts, this thing is going to be at the other village.
No, but you're gonna wonder. No, but you're gonna wonder if season 1 ended with them heading to the train, and then you pick up season 2 where it's like, all right, we got to go to this village. Even if they're not there, they're just like, all right, this is our next step. You're gonna be like, what would happen to the train?
Right, you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened on the train? Like, you're gonna miss everything that happened on that train. You know what?
But if you start the season from the train, they're still at the train.
But you're gonna wonder what happened during the train. The train is derailed. Fam is dead.
But you know what? You know what? I gotta. In Bacardi's defense, like anime has a really good way of starting seasons off where you don't question what happened in between that little travel right
That's
there.
How they used to. Like, this movie is different. Y'all not.
Well, you know what? But we don't know. We don't know yet. Because I can't put it past it that they wouldn't set up the second season where you don't necessarily need to watch the movie.
I disagree. Based off of everything that they've said so far.
I think it could go either way. Honestly.
I'm not saying that we're gonna get like another season that's gonna be half of the remake of this.
No,
movie.
I get what you're saying. I get you're saying that you wouldn't have to you'll get enough of a gist of everything that's going on. But based off of everything that they've said and from the way how the first season ended into the movie, I think you get the immediate aftermath. Where even if they are still right there, so this is the immediate aftermath. You may see Rengoku's body is still there. Whoever knows what's going. Maybe the second season comes back in where they're burying his body, and you're like, well, who are they burying? Then obviously you're probably learning right away in that first.
Like from the end of the season that they were like. My thing is,
I got a perfect example. So
if you watch
it again, Bacardi.
If you watch the end of the first season, you know they were going to see Rengoku and meet up with him. So they know that leaving. So if you go to the second, if you didn't watch the movie and start the next movie, you see Rengoku dead. The only thing that you're gonna miss is what is exactly just what happened. But you know that
there's more to this that happened. You equating this whole movie to just that, and there was more that happened. So this is my
you're not gonna understand why like his emotional arc with Rengoku. They call Rengoku big bro towards the end. There was so much. There was an emotional arc during this movie.
So here's this is the equivalent of what you're talking about is in Dragon Ball if they're on Namek and then the season ends with Krillin getting shot. And then the movie, and then the movie happens of showing Goku going Super Saiyan, that whole arc. But if you don't watch that movie, and then the next season immediately starts with their back on Earth and Vegeta's with Bulma, you're gonna be like, Let me finish. Because in Dragon Ball Z, they go back and they talk about how Goku went Super Saiyan. So in your way, the way you explain it is like, we're gonna miss this whole train arc, and then throughout the season, they're gonna go back and show bits and pieces of it, but that's gonna do it a disservice. You have to watch the full movie. You can't skip that.
But what I'm saying is, like, y'all trying to say, like, I'm talking about for someone who may pick up Demon Slayer and don't know that there's a movie. Like, let's say you're someone who you like, bro, watch Demon Slayer, and you go from season 1 to season 2. Then you don't even
be lost.
I think they won't be
season 2 because there's nothing in season 1 that says like, hey, when the season's over, go watch the movie. Nigga, it's going.
It does. At the end of season 1, when it ends, it says the story will be continued and then it shows the movie.
We just gonna have
to see what happens when the second season starts.
We
just gonna have to see what happens when the second season starts. I just say we spend a lot of time on this speculation and going nowhere.
Like, I don't think it's gonna be this.
That's what we do. That's what we do all the time. That's just any discussion. That's what we do best.
I don't think it's gonna be this. Like, y'all, I feel like y'all really are trying to make me describe it like it's some old. And I'm not thinking of it being. Like, even if they continue exactly where it's off, I know my thing is, like, I feel like you could watch it from the second season, from the little tidbits of what happened. If you know from the end of the first season that they're finna go help Rengoku, and you go to the second season, and even if they talking from that point and they're still crying when Goku's dead, they talk about the train and the last demon they fought, and we gotta go get the sword back, we gotta go do this, like, that would be enough to get you going, but it should give you enough also to be like, nigga, I gotta go watch the second season. Like, but if you don't, you should be able to go from that. Like, I'm not saying
I disagree.
A hardcore anime person will watch the movie, but I'm talking about someone who may skip.
I don't think there'll be 100% loss, but I do think it's going to be enough for them. Like, bro, I'm missing.
I think there'll be 100% loss. I just think if I was the viewer of an anime and I watched that and I didn't get that, I would be extremely pissed.
I mean, you have no one to be pissed at but yourself. You didn't watch the movie.
Well, so that's what I'm saying.
Who you gonna be mad at?
Well, I'll be mad at myself, but I'm just saying, like, that's why it's pivotal. You have to. You can't just go from season 1 to season 2 flawlessly. You have to watch this. There is no way around it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like about the movie, though. Like the movie, is no growth in the movie. It's not a filler. I'm not trying to call it a filler. But it's literally the setup of the training season.
Bro, like, it's WandaVision.
I think there was emotional growth. There was I do think there was growth. I do think that there was growth in the movie.
That's what I'm telling you. The reason why the MCU got so many people is that when you watch the movies, if WandaVision didn't happen and then we just jump into the next movie and then Wanda now is what she is now, you won't be like, wait, what the heck happened? It won't be flawless. It's WandaVision. It's meant to be the movie in between.
Your perfection, like y'all ain't never like. If you watch all your animes in order, fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about from the aspect of like now you're saying that if you're saying what you're saying now is that anime in general going forward don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers who might lazily watch shows. Like nigga, you better. Watch.
We're not saying anime in general. It could be literally just Demon Slayer. Yeah, we're not saying every other anime is gonna do this.
All anime, but it could be just literally them.
It's like they may just be like, you need to ingest everything that we put out. They might just do that.
I need them to actually make that full on safe. I know they're saying.
Well, I know that they said that the second season is picking up directly where this left off.
Right.
Every anime says that if some kind of arc or story, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just always say that the next season is going to pick up where the story left off. Like,
no, because for the most part,
they stress to say directly where this movie left off.
We got more non-canon anime movies than actually canon anime movies. So anime.
No, he's saying even season to season.
Like, I'm just saying season to season. And like even when you see a season to season where it picks up where you left off, they still in most animes give you some kind of fucking flashback, like in the first episode, like of all of like what happened. So it's like
they do.
Continuing it from where it left off, you will get some kind of filler for the next season. Like the next season isn't a movie.
You're not selling it. You're not selling it to me.
It's a movie.
We'll see.
Seasons always give you flashbacks, man. Like you can't give me an anime that doesn't go back in flashbacks.
Right. I know. I'm not saying they're not. What I'm telling you is that flashback is not enough. You have to watch the movie.
Which is fair. Which is fair.
You just petitioning for niggas to watch the like you just telling niggas to watch it. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm not telling niggas. I'm saying you got to. If you don't watch it, you're gonna be lost.
I don't see the loss in it.
Well, we shall see. Yeah. Season 2 is actually supposed to start airing this year, so we do have that to look forward to. And you know what? We can revisit this conversation at that time.
When we hear about what has come out, I definitely want a gentleman's bet on. We need a gentleman's bet on how the season gonna open. First episode of the season.
And that is perfectly fine.
Flashback, like I'm calling flashback to the movie.
You're calling immediate flashback in first episode. I'm gonna disagree with that. But like I said, we can revisit that. We can revisit that.
I gotta roll with Ron. I'm gonna roll with Ron.
And that's fair. So we can that's a perfect thing for us to revisit once we know a specific date announcement for the second season is out. Like I said, as of right now, it does only say 2021. So we know it'll come this year. Who knows when? It's probably gonna be a fall show. So hopefully we can get some type of announcement or like a trailer or something within the coming weeks. But overall, this has been a good episode of Geekset Rewind where we have rewatched and re-talked about the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie. I'm your host, Didge, and with me as always, I got the homies Deuces, Bacardi, and Liv, and we out.
Peace, y'all.